Hey folks, how's it going? Pan here, and today I'll be showing you how to make another quick meal, which will be green beans omelet today. So to get started, here's the ingredients that we'll be needing. So that's garlic, some green beans, onion, 2 eggs, fish sauce, and olive oil, and of course the trusty pan. So the first step is we'll mince the garlic. So to do that, you notice that garlic is sometimes a hassle to unclothe. So I'm going to show you how to quickly unclothe it. So right now it has a clothe like this, and you just smash it like that. And once you smash it, you see that the peel just snaps off, and you can just break it off just like this. So we'll do that for the rest of this as well. So just smash it just like that. Unclothed. Voila. And voila. So now we have this. Next, we're just going to mince the garlic. You do so by just simply chopping into small pieces first. And we'll just keep doing this for all of them. And we'll run through another iteration of chopping the garlic to get to more finer pieces that we would like, so it could release its flavor strongly and uniformly. So you see, they're kind of like big slices right now, but then we go over it a few more times. There you go. Now they're pretty finely minced. Just like that. Very finely minced right now. So if you take a look, see, that's a pretty finely minced garlic. Could go over a few more times. You want it to be a little smaller. Yeah, but that's it for mincing garlic. So the next step is to chop up the onions. So onion, I like to chop it up into strips like this. You want it to be thin, not very thick, because once you add this to your dish, you don't want too much onion taste in one go. And then another thing we're going to do, since we're putting in an omelet, is we're just going to slice it a few more times this way to generate more surface area for releasing its flavor. And that's it. There you have the onions. There we go. So we have that going. Now it's time to start up the pan. So we're just heating up the pan right now. There we go. We just next is this. So in an omelet, you want it to be small, thin pieces in there. So you just want to chop up green onions. I mean the green beans just like this. Just like this. Then we have the green beans. Any pieces still a little big, just chop it up. There we go. So now that we have all this ready, the next step is to start beating the egg. First off, I'll just be cracking an egg in like this to this pan, bowl. So I bang it against the rim to break the egg. Then I just crack it, use my fingers to tear it apart. And you want to try to get out everything from the eggs, just to not waste. So once again, take it, hold it like this, and bang it against the rim. Here, I'll do it with my left hand too. Just like that. And then it has a little thing, stick your fingers in there, and puncture it to break it off. So I just washed the egg yolk that was on my finger off a little bit. Next, I'm gonna beat the egg. You could use a spoon or a fork, depends how much. A fork would probably help it beat faster and add some air. But I already had a spoon, so I'm just probably gonna go with a spoon. So yeah, just like this, you just beat the egg in this motion. Make sure you see it. Or if you have an egg beater, that's nice too. You could use that as well. But yeah, you want to beat it until it's you know, nice consistency, nice and yellow all around, just like that. So the white egg and the yolk are mixed together. And then add some fish sauce into it. Now you'll see that there's spots of black. So we just mix that again until it's like a dark yellow from the fish sauce. And you also give it a sniff. Fish sauce has a very strong smell, so if you don't smell it too much, you should add some more, because the smell of the fish sauce helps you gauge how salty it will be. And basically with the flavors we have here, the garlic, the onion, that produces a sweet flavor. So you want to make sure to have a right ratio of saltiness to go with that to make your omelet taste really good. There we go, more darker. Give it a sniff. Smells pretty salty to me. So now, gonna add some olive oil into the pan, just like that. So just like that, and just let it heat up for a little bit on the pan. While it's heating up, since onion and garlic don't have to be very specific to the heat that it's on, it's okay to just start throwing it in. So you want to throw only the garlic and onion in for now to kind of like roast a little, so it could start releasing its flavor. So you don't want to throw the green beans in yet, because that would take some more energy from breaking down the onion and garlic. So yeah, just get it all soaked up in oil so it heats up uniformly, and let it sit for a bit. And this is the heat temperature I have it at, so it's above high by that much. Once you can start smelling the onion and garlic release a smell, then you can start throwing in the green beans to start getting cooked as well. Green beans to me doesn't taste very good when it's hard, so it's good to break it down with the heat as much as possible and make it as soft as possible. And at this phase is also taking in the flavor from the onion and garlic as well. Just mix it together. Make sure it gets that oil on it. Alright, now that it's all mixed together, let it sit there for some time. And if you have a lid, that's also great to put it on here, so it utilizes the steam to also heat up and break down the ingredients in the pan. Fortunately, I don't have a lid that's big enough for this pan, so we're just gonna have to sit here and wait for a little while. You let it sit for a little bit, then just stir. Give it a smell. Look, take a closer look, see how the green beans are doing. Still a bit raw. So let it sit for a little more. Ooh. Hot. Yeah, still a bit raw. Getting there though. or taste. That's why it was important to cut the green beans to be as thin as possible, so it cooks a little faster, could take in more of the taste as well. That's all good. We're getting there, Just take us a little patience. Alright, next we got the egg part. So we got it right here. Just gonna take that, and before I do that, actually, I'm gonna make sure this isn't in the way. So give it one more good stir. Then spread out everything. Just like this. Yep, just spread everything out. Now, taking the omelet and just pour it all in. Just like that. Omelette would just, spread around. So at this point, you should also lower the heat, because you want to give the omelet some time to also heat all the way up to this area that's very liquidy right now. And the reason why you want that to happen is because if you're going to flip this omelet and get like a nice circle, you want this part to be as much solid as possible without being too solid. Yeah, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's pretty much, you just want, when you flip it, you don't want the egg liquid to just fly all over the place. So if it's a little bit more, had a more solid consistency, it would just stay, so the flipping would be easier. Another thing we could do is just scramble it all up. That would also taste pretty good. So I don't know, we'll see how this goes, because with me holding the camera in one hand, I only have another hand to flip this thing, which is not so easy. And there's been people that use plates and stuff to do the flipping. Could also try that. But my videos aren't about fancy, presentation so much about the food. It's more about how do you make healthy and quick meals. So that's what I'm about. I'm not about so much about making meals fancy, but I believe that when you use whole ingredients like these, the meal just comes out looking good naturally, because it's colorful and they just blend together very well. So you see that the consistency is starting to get thick right there. You see that glare with the little folding layer part. So then we start kind of hitting the sides up, pushing it around. Yeah, this won't allow us to flip, so I'm just gonna scramble it. Oh no, it does. So cool. One hand flip wasn't 100% perfect, but very close. And that was just in time too, because any longer this thing would have burned. But now it's a nice brown, so it's good. So we just let this part ride out. Oh, that's surprisingly not so bad. You just let it sit here for a while, and you could check, and it's almost done, pretty much. There you go, here's the final product. I'm gonna eat it with brown rice. that may be an Asian thing, but you can eat it, you know, by itself or with whatever you like. I just like it with rice. Alright guys, I hope you guys try this out and enjoy your next meal.